Hey everybody, Neely and Paul here from the Cook's Warehouse, and today we are gonna go classic summer basil pesto. So get ready, we're gonna talk shop about how to make a classic pesto, how to riff on it with some different nuts, some different greens, what kind of olive oil to use, all that kind of stuff. So right now I'm toasting some pine nuts. And miracle of miracles, they're not on fire, because that's what I'm known for around here is murdering nuts.
No one wants a burnt nut.
So obviously pine nuts are classic. They are, you know, what are considered traditional, but they are expensive. So I like to encourage you to do a little pantry exploration. I love to do almonds, I love to do pecans.
I see walnuts a lot too.
Ooh.
Toasted walnuts.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Pistachios, really sky's the limit. But I do like to toast them to get a little flavor on them. So you can either do a little toaster oven, or just on your stovetop.
On a dry skillet.
Get them nice and golden. And then what else are we gonna do over here, Paul?
So we also have some parm, which again is kind of a standard ingredient. You can go without cheese, but then I'll just hope that you're going to be adding it to the pasta or whatever the pesto is going in afterwards, and I'll trust that that's the case.
Without cheese?
I know.
Ew. Who are you right now?
I don't know. Olive oil, we're using the Georgia Olive Farms Chef Blend that we carry here in the store, one of our fan favorites. And garlic is also great. I have been talking to Neely a lot about my recent obsession with sun-dried tomatoes and that we're trying to bring that back.
Yeah, the 80s are back, y'all. Raspberry vinaigrette and sun-dried tomatoes.
Yep.
You heard it here first.
And you can't do anything without salt and pepper. So, why don't you get loading up our little mini prep here.
Okay.
We're gonna use something that I feel like is small but mighty and doesn't take up a lot of storage room. It's great for hummus and salsas and of course pestos, and you don't have to bring out, you know, your big 14, 16 cup food processor that you might use for bigger jobs.
That's a good way to say it, small but mighty, because
Yeah.
I use this so much at my house. I make the homemade vinaigrettes. I just, anytime that the big one is too big, which is a lot.
Or it's already dirty. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
also that. So small but mighty. All right, so I'm gonna put the greens in there first. And I don't know if we mentioned it already, but play around with spinach, arugula, Italian parsley, a mix of those.
The K word that Neely refuses to use, kale. That's popular these days. You could add some superfood
Is that
to your
still
pesto.
popular, or are we over that? All right, so I'm gonna pack this in.
So what ratio do you think we're looking for here, from herb to cheese to oil to nut?
I'm allergic to that word. I'm allergic to math, so.
We're gonna taste as we go.
Yeah, that's not how I fly.
I'm gonna peel some garlic because I'm not making this without it.
So I'm just kind of getting that going. Thank you. I'll do like half the cheese. That was a half a cup?
So if you're toasting your nuts in a dry skillet like this, or in the toaster oven, you know when they're golden brown and you can actually smell the aroma coming off the pan that you're good to go.
Good. So we know the Parmesan has some salt to it, but you still need to add salt.
And also citrus juice neutralizes a salty flavor, so you always want to taste at the end too to make sure that everything's balanced.
And you can use sherry vinegar or red wine vinegar or balsamic vinegar as long as you've got some sort of acid.
You could use the lemon zest as well if you really wanted to highlight the citrus flavor.
We're really good at pesto. It's looking pretty good. A little more salt and pep, and I think we're in business.
So what kind of recipes would you do with pesto?
Well, today we're gonna toss it with some tortellini. I love tossing it with chicken or just a little dollop over grilled chicken. You could do it over grilled shrimp as well, like some skewers with a beautiful pesto on top.
Yeah, it's great on top, just using it as like a little finish on top of some soup, or really anything you just want to add that fresh color to.
Or just, you know, by the spoonful.
You there?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Awesome. Well, stay tuned to see what delicious things we make with this. And I'm ready for tortellini.
Me too. So, pesto's done. Our tortellini is done. I love a good store-bought tortellini. I toss them with everything.
Weeknight meal.
Yeah. Okay. Paul, would you like to put the pasta in the pot? Back in the pot. That helps. All right. Pasta water, you guys. If you're not saving your pasta water, you are not living. Salted, starchy, liquid gold right here. Just put a little in, just to bring it back to life.
And then also kind of helps the sauce stick.
Yeah, it like thins it out. We'll keep adding as needed. What do we call this little guy?
That's a jar spatula, but it's perfect for scraping down the side of your blender or food processor.
So, add a little splashy. What do we think, Ashley?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really large bowl, Paul.
What are you eating?
Well, he's gone.
Okay, load her up.
Let me see. Oh. There's yours.
Keep going.
It's really good.
Perfect. Well, join us in the store if you want to come get any of these tools. The olive oil, we got the great ratchet grinders, and of course the Cuisinart mini Pret that we used to make the pesto. And excuse me while I go eat lunch.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye.